Welcome back. Students around the Suncoast are responding to yesterday's mass shooting.
3 high school students at Venice High sat down with ABC7's Christopher Brantley to tell us how they feel.
It's sad that it's something that we have to worry about and take precautions about because it shouldn't be an issue nowadays.
Unfortunately, though, it is an issue these days. On Thursday, teachers were trying to help make sense of a senseless tragedy.
Once we really started talking about it, I started to get a little upset. It's just a very sensitive topic.
But it's also a topic some students feel strongly about.
There's nothing stopping anyone, if you think about it, from going into a school and shooting it up if they so please and want to do that. So it really is intervening early and making sure that each school has a psychologist on campus.
Venice High School works to create positive relationships with students, making them comfortable to speak out. The cliche, if you see something, say something. While it's worked with many, some still aren't there.
There are certainly kids in my classes that I notice aren't very comfortable around the teachers.
Doors at Venice High School are always locked, and lockdowns are practiced twice a school year. Law enforcement goes room to room, making sure everyone follows orders.
We go and check the safety mechanisms of the school. Are the doors locked? Is every student in the class? Are they away from the doors and windows? Are their lights off?
Their last lockdown drill was in November.
I don't sleep well when this type of event happens because I know when I come to school I'm responsible, not only for the students but the staff and the community.
Most of the students agree there needs to be a better emphasis on students with mental illnesses, making sure they have the help they need.
I think we just need to help those kids mentally so that more things don't happen like this across the nation.
And another thing about that see something, say something motto, it is repeated every morning in the announcements over the public address system. It's all in an effort to get students more comfortable with if they see something, say something. In Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. It has been nearly 19 years now since the Columbine High School massacre in Colorado, and a lot has changed as far as law enforcement response to these mass shootings. Initial response protocol, first aid equipment, and training have all changed over the years. It used to be that officers waited for the SWAT team to arrive before they entered the scene of a mass shooting. Now, to save time, officers have been trained to make an immediate entry if need be. And police in Sarasota are also training officers in a higher level of first aid.
Well, we're also training all our officers into combat casualty care, so where they can render immediate aid to anybody they encounter, so that we supply them now with combat tourniquets that they can apply to stop hemorrhaging and also to evacuate the wounded.
Sergeant Ball says police in Sarasota also train partners in hospitals and schools, as well as all their civilian employees in active shooter training.
Blood Center and the Suncoast Blood Bank are in need of blood after responding to yesterday's mass shooting. The blood banks say the immediate needs following yesterday's shooting were met, but now they're running low on O-negative blood. They're asking eligible O-negative donors to visit a donor center or Big Red Bus and donate.
We have put out a call to action to our O-negative donors. We're welcoming them to come in and donate from today through the weekend. We have been able to help out. We were able to send 20 O-negative units to the Broward County area. And so we want to bring those O-negative donors in to help the blood supply.
For a full list of mobile donation locations and donor center hours here on the Suncoast, you can go to scbb.org.
A second county here on the Suncoast is asking you to download a life-saving app. Sarasota County Fire Department unveiling the Pulse Point app this morning. It's a collaboration with 6 other fire departments. The free app alerts people who are trained in CPR when someone suffers sudden cardiac arrest in a public place nearby. Public Safety Communication Centers send alerts through the app at the same time they dispatch first responders. The app also lets users know where the closest defibrillator is located.
So the goal with all this, and any patient that's in cardiac arrest, is early CPR, early defibrillation, which this unit is for. So working together, more people have this app. There can be one person taking care of CPR, there can be another person finding the nearest AED, applying that.
By bringing this app to Sarasota County, officials hope to increase the survival rates of cardiac arrest victims in the area. The app, by the way, also in use in Manatee County.
Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast this evening. Bob?
Well, we are looking at temperatures again, staying warm, a little bit cooler than we've seen, but not much. 74 degrees right now with a little sea breeze, west wind at 9, at least near the coast. And the dew point temperature still pretty high, 64 degrees. The pressure way up there, 30-22. And this high pressure ridge not budging much, keeping all these clouds kind of rotating around it in that fashion. You can see that easterly component with the west coast breeze developing this afternoon. Temperature 80 degrees in Jacksonville. It's 81 in Orlando, 79 now in Miami. So warm across the entire state at this point. 72 in Pensacola. And the evening planner looks good. No problems there. We'll have temperatures into the mid-60s by 11 o'clock tonight. Under generally fair skies, a little bit of patchy fog tonight, not as much as we've seen over the past couple of mornings, it looks like, as some slightly drier air will filter in. Now, as far as the Titan radar goes, no showers to speak of right now. You can see that west coast sea breeze has made its way all the way in now, well inland into Mayaca City, where it's coming out of the west-southwest at 7 miles an hour, and in Osprey at 8, and now at Northport, it's out of the southwest at 10 miles an hour. We'll have more in your weather forecast. Take a look at what's happening for the weekend coming up in just a few. Back to you.
Bob, thank you. Time is ticking down on this year's legislative session in Tallahassee, and it's still not clear if Governor Scott will be able to convince lawmakers to require nursing homes to have backup generators. Just days after Hurricane Irma, 14 residents at the Hollywood Hills Nursing Home lost their lives in South Florida following a power outage. The Scott administration and long-term care industry now want to make it a requirement that nursing homes and assisted living facilities have backup generators to power air conditioning. But lawmakers have not yet approved those rules.
A bill that would restrict the most common type of second trimester abortion is ready for a floor vote in the Florida House. The bill would impose new restrictions on doctors performing dilation and evacuation abortions. The procedure would be prohibited unless the heart of a fetus is stopped first, either by the injection of a drug or by severing the umbilical cord. The bill would allow an exception when a woman's life is in danger and if no other medical procedures would suffice. Doctors who violate the law could be charged with a third-degree felony. That bill is drawing criticism from abortion rights supporters who say sometimes this type of second trimester abortion is the only option available.
Why make it so much more complicated for a woman who has gone through probably an enormous amount of challenges and pain to make this decision and then complicate her life even more?
The bill was approved 13-6 by a House committee today, with just over 3 weeks remaining in the 2018 legislative session. A similar bill in the Senate has yet to be heard by any committee.
Happening now, the Sarasota County Planning Board is looking at allowing another medical marijuana dispensary to open on the Suncoast. The board will decide whether to recommend approval to the County Commission for the company Trulieve. Trulieve wants to open a dispensary on Jacaranda Boulevard in Venice. Earlier this month, the board agreed to allow the Sarasota-based company AltMed Florida to open a dispensary on Fruitville Road in Sarasota. Trulieve currently operates a dispensary in Bradenton.
Happening tonight, the 20th annual Thunder by the Bay Motorcycle Festival in Sarasota kicks off. The event honors veterans, active duty military, and first responders. The celebrations get underway tonight at Michael's on East from 6 to 10 p.m., followed by a block party on Main Street tomorrow from 7 p.m. to midnight. The two-day festival portion of the weekend, being held at the Sarasota County Fairgrounds, will offer free admission to the public this Saturday and Sunday. Thunder by the Bay plans to offer a wide variety of live music for all ages, as well as motorcycle freestyle shows. The event will also feature food, drinks, multiple vendors, and fireworks.
So this will be the first time this event has come to the fairgrounds. They tried it out at Lakewood Ranch for a couple years, so we'll see how it works this year.
Guess we'll have to wait and see.
Stay with us. More news to come.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
I heard about the Datole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Datole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Datoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Sarasota Opera's 2018 Winter Opera Festival is here, featuring Puccini's Manon Lescaut, Bizet's Carmen, Bellini's Norma, and D'Albert's rarely heard Tieflant. For more information, go to sarasotaopera.org.
I took my first handful of pills, and that's when all my priorities seemed to change.
He would ask to use the bathroom in other people's homes.
He just assumed that they would have medication.
He'd go in their medicine cabinets and steal prescription drugs.
I wish I knew really what these prescription pills were.
We were so naive about the whole drug thing.
These are all synthetic forms of heroin.
Keep your medication locked up because you'll never notice that a pill is gone.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Drive a brand new 2018 Lincoln MKC for $279 per month or the Lincoln MKZ for $299 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment. Every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now your ABC7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, here it is. Van Wezel webcam changed their perspective there a little bit, looking at the Ringling Bridge, and you can see the traffic as we show you sometimes from our camera. Backed up, all the people leaving the beautiful beaches for their day, and some still going out there to see the gorgeous sunset too. And I tell you what, we are looking at high pressure, the dominating weather feature right now, and there's not much to talk about weather-wise for us other than the fog occasionally, and that's not even going to be a problem as much tonight and tomorrow morning due to a little bit of drier air around. And you can see even to the west of us there's not much happening as this high pressure ridge stays in control. You see these low clouds? These are low clouds coming in from the east to the west, and that's the driving factor around this area of high pressure that's at the surface. And then the upper levels of the atmosphere, and that would be these clouds that you see right here kind of rotating around the periphery of this large dome of high pressure, which is centered over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. With these two factors coming into play, it doesn't allow any storm systems to enter in because it's just so strong. And on top of that, the trough in the jet stream is out west. And if that were to shift east, we'd see a different story. I think that happens at the end of this month and into early March. There's a chance we'll start to get temperatures more back to average for this time of year. But until then, it will stay pretty warm. 74 degrees right now, sunshine. Now, we had a string of 8 days where we had temperatures reach 80 degrees or above. That has ended today. Today's high was 79, close at 73 is our normal. As I mentioned, we'll start to get back to these numbers, I think, a little sooner as we head on into the end of this month. 70 now in Holmes Beach, 71 in Cortez, Whitney Beach at 70, 76 in Palm Air, the Meadows at 76 as well, and now at Laurel Oak, 75. Osprey, you're at 70. Well, Northport, away from that sea breeze, or at least the impacts of it, 78 degrees in Northport right now, 72 in Inglewood, and Venice, you're at 73. Well, the wind and fog forecast not as thick. As I mentioned, this model indicating that as well. We'll see some patchy areas of fog, especially inland. So I think a little bit more sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures getting close to 80, right around 80 the expected high. Even this Futurecast model showing most of the fog staying to our north tonight. And then it will be back, though, on Saturday. This is at 4 a.m. You start to see it there developing. And then, again, it sticks around to about 9, 10 o'clock, and then things move on. And we see a gorgeous weekend ahead. So if you have some plans for the weekend, Thunder by the Bay is going to be taking place. That should be fine. We have the Cortez Seafood Festival, which is also taking place. And numerous other things going on here along the Sun Coast. So we're in the middle of season pretty much. Some rain kind of moving through Ohio right now, but that's going to be changing into snow over the weekend as yet another Clipper system moves through. Although this model depicts rain, we're not anticipating any rainfall here at all. Now, the Futurecast for the Euro is showing rain over Ohio, West Virginia getting some snow later on in the day on Friday. And then the rest of the U.S., just some clouds around from Texas, Louisiana, all the way over to Georgia. And then there comes the snow developing with a rain, snow, freezing rain, and kind of an ice storm all in one. That's going to be treacherous driving conditions throughout the Kentucky area as well as Indiana. And then another storm system moving in later on next week. For the boating forecast, look for a little bit of fog around, but not much. Partly cloudy skies, some patchy fog, we'll call it at best. A 63 for your low. That's still well above average. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, some morning fog, warm, 80 degrees for your high. Southeast winds at 5 to 10. The extended forecast then calling for temperatures near 80 degrees all the way through the next few days, and then a little bit warmer as we head into next week with just a 20% chance for a shower on Tuesday. That's it. All we can muster up right now. Back to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. If you are heading home in Venice and the Nokomis area, traffic is looking clear besides some minor backup on US 41 near East Venice Avenue.
Your entertainment news is next. Stay with us.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
My name is Stefan Campagna. We're Ben Gates and Dramus, and here is your law tip of the week. If you've been injured in an accident, whether or not it's your fault, your insurance company might be responsible for some of your expenses. So give us a call. We've got your back.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential. There's no cost and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Head over to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota, where you'll always get better prices and a bigger selection. Like the area's largest selection of 7-passenger vehicles. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $25,999. Or load up the family in your new Dodge Grand Caravan for just $20,999. Drive away in a new Dodge Journey for as little as $17,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
There's never been a better time to call California Closets. Now during our Winter White event, save up to 15% when you upgrade to an Italian-inspired wood grain finish. Contact us for your free design consultation today. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
In entertainment news, the wait is over. Marvel's superhero movie Black Panther hits theaters at midnight and it's already receiving rave reviews.
Can't wait to see it. ABC's Danya Backus has more.
How much more are you hiding?
The anticipation for this movie is record-breaking. Ticket pre-sales for Black Panther outpacing every other superhero movie ever made.
I think that everyone involved in this wanted this to be special.
It already has a near-perfect 97% certified fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And even before the public has had a chance to see it, the movie and what it represents in terms of diversity in Hollywood is already resonating with audiences.
It's tapping into something that has long been overdue.
Explorers have searched for it.
The movie, set in the fictional African nation of Wakanda, as the main character, played by Chadwick Boseman, returns home to take his place as king following his father's death, only to be met by an old enemy. While it is a superhero film, it also deals with real-world problems, including racism and sexism, something director Ryan Coogler says was very important.
We wanted the moral questions of Wakanda to be ones that aren't as easy as black and white, and ones that are relevant to today.
They've figured out how to realize the full potential of all its citizens, and the women assume their power, and it doesn't diminish the man's.
The movie also creating a buzz on social media with hashtags like the Black Panther Challenge, raising more than $250,000 so children of color can see the film for free. Check out the reaction these students in Atlanta had when they learned they had tickets to the movie. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And I am so excited to see that movie as well. I know you are too.
I'm as happy as those kids.
I know. We're going to be dancing right here on the anchor desk eventually.
We'll be right back with more news.
SRQ Performance Parts provides parts and accessories from over 300 manufacturers, so you can get that new manifold, carburetor, gasket, bolt kit, or nitrous oxide system fast. We'll help you beat the competition. Call or visit SRQ Performance Parts online today for all your high-performance parts and advice.
If you've never truly loved your car, you've clearly never owned a Subaru. Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's 2017 most trusted brand, best overall brand, and lowest 5-year cost to own. And Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Now, lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback for just $239 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Rugs as Art. You know the name, you know the building, but do you know what's inside? Yes, Rugs as Art is Florida's #1 area rug superstore, but there is so much more. Amazing furniture, accessories, and art. All this and more. Come see for yourself. You'll love our personal touch and be pleasantly surprised by our affordable prices. Rugs as Art and more. There is so much more to explore.